Sup howdy, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rumbo, and for those who don't know me, I'm an artist and a fine art student in South Africa, and I make videos just about that. So if it interests you, you might want to stick around and give me a subscribe and like this video. For this video, I'm going to be doing another draw with me. I'll be doing some figure sketches in my small sketchbook. I'm using graphite pencil, and also it's something that I haven't done in a long while, so you'll see that I'm a bit rusty at first, but I hope you stick along and draw with me or work with me if you have anything that you need to get done, because I will be going on a little bit of a tangent talking about a couple things like my phone addiction and also productivity and my thoughts on this really interesting video that I will have linked either in the information card or down below. It is by a YouTuber called Tiffany Ferg, and it's called Laziness Does Not Exist, and it took me by surprise, and watching it was thoroughly interesting. Before we get onto the video, make sure you like, turn on my post notifications so you're notified when next I upload a video. I usually upload on Saturdays, but I've included another one in the middle of the week on Wednesdays, but you want to keep my notifications turned on so you never miss a video from me. I'm trying to make my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're currently around 740, which is incredible. I really think that we can do it with your help, so if you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe and share this with all your friends, families, and your cats, cousins, niece's granddaughter. Yeah. Comment down below anything at all. Actually, comment your favorite drawing medium. Mine actually isn't graphite pencil. Sometimes I struggle and I really want to try and be a lot more hyper realistic, but it just doesn't happen. My preferred medium is charcoal, but I'm trying to, you know, get comfortable with graphite and also maybe try pen in the future. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So I will shamedly admit that I have grown a phone addiction. No, I've not been diagnosed. I actually don't know if that's a thing, but I am constantly glued to my phone, and I don't want to admit that because I feel like it's not cool to be addicted to your phone. It's much more impressive if you're very productive and if you just read 24/7 and your screen time is less than an hour per week. But unfortunately mine is everything opposite to that. I spend way too long on my phone, and I'm telling you now, it's just because of TikTok and social media, but mainly TikTok and YouTube and Netflix, but mainly TikTok and YouTube and Netflix. And it's not an unknown fact that all of these platforms and apps are making it so much more easier for you to get lost in the algorithm and just scroll endlessly until you realize that you've wasted 6 hours of your life just scrolling because of how addicted it is. And I unfortunately am a victim to that. I'm a victim. I truly am, because I can spend so many hours unashamedly scrolling through any social media, and it's just not changed this whole year. Honestly, I have been way less productive than I used to be before I was glued to my phone, and I know that's just basically saying when I was a kid, because I have been on the internet since way back then. But I still feel a lot less productive. I don't read as much, and I used to be a huge reader when I was a kid and in high school a little bit. But it stopped because I, you know, found another way how to spend all my hours in my free time, which is just scrolling endlessly. And I have drawn a lot less, made art a lot less, done a lot of my hobbies a lot less, found new hobbies a lot less. I think that makes sense. I don't know if my grammar sounds correct, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Honestly, being addicted to my phone is something that I really wish I could change. Because I'm so addicted to my phone, and also that I'm so much less productive, it's not only just like during the day, it's also in the morning. I'm one of those people, and I feel like it is a lot more common for all of us, not just like a selected few. But if I wake up wrong, my whole day is just skewed. And it's in the sense that if I wake up and the first thing I do is scroll through my phone for 30 minutes, it is going to take me 10,000 times more energy to get out of my bed than if I were to wake up and immediately get out of my bed and do something like, I don't know, stretch or journal or take a shower immediately and then just like get into the full swing of things. It's so weird because I feel so like easily controlled by my environment. In one way it's cool because it's like I can change one thing and my whole entire day will be changed. But in the other sense, it's like annoying because I realize, should I mess up one thing, the whole day is just ruined. And that's exaggerating it, but it's also not exaggerating it, because I know for a fact every single day I wake up and I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm just going to scroll for 5 minutes, then I'm gonna get up. That 5 minutes is going to be 2 hours without a shadow of a doubt. I literally wake up earlier and I could get so much more done, or like I could be so much more earlier in my schedule if I wake up earlier and actually wake up earlier. But even if I wake up 2 hours earlier, it's not going to change the fact that I'm going to be like, I woke up early. That means I can just go back on my phone for another 2 hours and then I'm back to being on time, if not a bit late. And it's gotten a lot more worse this year. I'm hoping for it to get better. Pray for me. So for example, to compare, there was a time when I was actually really disciplined, and I would wake up at 5 a.m. It changed very quickly to 6 a.m. because 5 a.m. was just too early for the time that I was sleeping at night. But I woke up 6 a.m. I would immediately stretch, and then I would get dressed or whatever, and then I would do a quick little journal prompt thing and then get breakfast or just be on my way. And I felt so much more productive doing that compared to when I wake up, which is currently me right now, exposing myself, but when I wake up and I'm just like scrolling on TikTok and then I'm like, okay, I have to get up, and I feel so much more sluggish and I feel like I don't have control over my day. And it's just that one change, and it's crazy the fact that my phone is able to control me that much. It's really not good. I know I'm saying it with such like a normal voice, but it's not good at all. With my phone, I procrastinate a lot more. I'm still able to get things done, but that's because I push it to the point where I have like a lot of pressure, and then I'm just like getting things done as they go. But I do procrastinate a lot more. I feel like there's this gifted kid trope in the media where it's like you're a gifted kid in like school or like when you were a kid, and then when you get to college or like when you get to adult life, you just are completely like out of whack. I don't know how to explain it. If you're a gifted kid, you know what I mean. And I was, and I feel it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel that change. It's not fun. I procrastinate way too much, and it's annoying because I'd be working on something, listening to music, and then I realize, hey, I'm in the groove, and then I stop, and then I start scrolling on my phone, and then I get out of the groove, and it's just so annoying. I hate that I do this. Like, it's so engraved into my brain, like how I function around my phone. You don't even understand. This is a cry for help. No, I'm kidding, it's not. I just feel very lazy also, because I can stay for such a long time just scrolling through my phone, and in the same time I could have gone for a walk, or I could have read a book, or I could have learnt a new song on my guitar, or done something, I don't know, baked a creme brulee. I don't even know what a creme brulee is, but I could have baked that. But no, I spent the past 45 minutes scrolling again. If I were to tell you my screen time, you would actually be flabbergasted. I'm not even exaggerating. I've seen people complain or joke about their screen time online, and I've seen the hours they screenshot. Mine is double. Mine is horrendous. It is absolutely tremendously disappointingly large. So in the end, I'm just left with guilt because I'm this one person that's addicted to their phone, and I have friends and family who aren't on TikTok, and you don't even understand how envious I am of them, because they're like, I don't really like gel with TikTok, I'm not on my phone that much. Do you understand? That is my dream. That is literally my dream. I don't want anything else but to be able to say that and actually be right about it. But the thing is also, my phone is a large part of my career, so it's not like I can just be detoxed and throw away my phone and just like live remotely, at least not right now, because I have my YouTube channel, because I have social media, and that's how I, show myself, and also my art and everything, and my YouTube channel, everything is just tied back to me, and it's also who I am professionally. Not who I am, like I'm not a phone, but you know what I mean. I'm not able to social media detox because everything is so tied to social media right now. So I'm stuck in a perpetual loop. But I also watched this video about laziness, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, by Tiffany Ferg. Honestly, I highly recommend listening to it. It is quite a long video, but honestly, it's worth it to just play in the background while you listen to it. And she was basically talking about toxic productivity and why there's this like moral compass around how you spend your time, where it's sort of like scrolling through a phone or being lazy and like just lying on your bed and like taking a nap or like watching TV is seen as morally bad, whereas if you were to read a book or write or go for a jog or learn a new skill in your quote-unquote free time, that's more morally good. And also like talking about why one is favored over the other when we actually both need a balance of the two to live correctly. Because when I think about it, and also listening to the video, I also wondered like if being productive in your free time is actually free time. And to a large extent it is, personally, because some of my productive things that I do in my free time are my hobbies, and my hobbies bring me joy, as a hobby should. So in that case it is my free time. But when I start to fret over whether my free time is productive or not, then I think it's no longer free time. I'm sort of trying to like work on the clock and like get in some extra points to be like, hey, I had a productive day, I got so much out of it, and I'm morally good for that, which is just a very interesting topic that I didn't think of in that way. So it was interesting. And then she tied it back to capitalism, because everything always gets tied back to capitalism. But sort of how we're fed this mindset that we're supposed to constantly be producing an output and constantly working towards a goal, a future goal or something, and that should be like in every moment. So learning a new skill, learning a new language to come in handy later on, so it just like adds on more benefits for the future or something. I am not really explaining her points as good as I should be, but that point was just very interesting as well, because if you think about it capitalistically, there's always this idea that you should be like working on the grind, hustling, making moves, moving in silence ew, quote unquote, like constantly. And also your free time should be like that, because your quote unquote free time is for you to go out and be productive and do something productive. But that's not very freeing if you think of it that way. So although I still stand firm in my stance that I really should get a hold of this phone addiction, because yikes, being able to just like rest and be lazy sometimes shouldn't be seen as morally wrong, because we need complete rest at times, and a lot of times, especially nowadays, we don't have the chance to do that except for on holidays. But when you work, you don't even have that much like time in your holidays, so it's like pretty much virtually never that we have enough time to actually rest. So I don't think it's a bad thing that sometimes in my free time I'm being an absolute lazy bum, or I'm not having the absolutely perfect, pristine morning routine, jumping out of bed at 4 a.m. because it's not necessary all the time, you know? I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. That, and I think also worrying about being productive and having that kind of productivity in my free time just like took away from the meaning of free time and like proper rest, which I felt. And especially that I've been going through like so much burnout this year, I think I deserve, or I really need to just put an emphasis on rest as my free time, and like doing things that aren't quote unquote productive in my free time, because I need to calm down. I need to calm down a lot. And obviously this is at a time I'm talking about this when I'm literally about to start exams, and I'm uploading 2 videos a week and doing a couple stuff behind the scenes. So do what I say, not what I do. So I don't know. I don't really have a resolution for this. Hopefully it made you think. Hopefully it made you think, huh, that's very interesting, and maybe question why every part of our free time has to be productive. I still want to be a lot more productive, honestly, because my phone addiction is really, 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 really bad. It's not me being like too self-critical. It's me being brutally honest. But I also shouldn't be ashamed of having a lot more less productive free time, because what the heck? Why did we have to be sold the fact that our free time also has to be productive? Like, talk about slave to the system. But I'm gonna shut up here. And also, this is how it came out. I just drew 3. I thought I was going to go all out and do like a whole double spread, but I was focusing on all of them a lot more than I thought I was gonna be, so I hope it still looks good. I pretty much like it. The last pose was about a lot more challenging because it was in a weird position and I had to think of foreshortening, but I think it came out really nicely. So I hope you enjoy them, and also I hope you enjoyed this little sit and chat and draw with me. Let me know if there's anything you want me to ramble about next. I will be happy to ramble about anything at all. I've talked way too much to myself also. But I'm going to wrap this up here and say thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like. If you like me, subscribe, comment down below, all that fun jazz. Make sure to share this with all your friends. I truly believe we can get it to 1,000. But yeah, until then,